vote for Peter Obi, who has no trace of corruption, who has not been invited even once by any anti-corruption agency, who has discharged himself as the best governor when he was the governor of Anambra State, who has turned the worst security situation, a state where governor is kidnapped and taken to a place and his resignation announced against his consent. That's Anambra State. He took that state and transformed it to be the safest state in Nigeria, with the least poverty rate in Nigeria, with the best road network in Nigeria, with the first in Millennium Development Goal by UNDP. Peter Obi took a worse situation and turned it to the best.
In a shocking move, Kenneth Okonkwo, the former spokesperson for the Labour Party LP presidential campaign organization, has announced his resignation from the party. This bombshell news has sent shockwaves through the political landscape, leaving many wondering what could have prompted such a drastic decision. Okonkwo, who joined the Labour Party in 2022, had been a vocal supporter of Peter Obi, the party's presidential candidate. He had been instrumental in shaping the party's message and had been a key figure in Obi's campaign. However, in a statement posted on his social media handle, Okonkwo revealed that he had lost confidence in Obi's leadership and the party's ability to deliver on its promises. Okonkwo's resignation is all the more surprising given his previous enthusiasm for the party and its candidate. He had been a passionate advocate for Obi's vision of a better Nigeria and had worked tirelessly to promote the party's message, so what could have caused such a sudden change of heart? According to Okonkwo, his decision to resign was prompted by Obi's failure to build a strong party with a solid grassroots base. He had hoped that Obi would use his momentum to create a party that could truly challenge the status quo and bring about real change. However, he claims that Obi has failed to do so, leaving him with no choice but to seek a new political path. But behind Okonkwo's resignation lies a more sinister tale of bribery, sabotage, and deceit. Anonymous sources have revealed that Okonkwo's decision to leave the Labour Party was not solely based on his disappointment with Peter Obi's leadership. Instead, it is alleged that he was bought off by the opposition, who saw him as a key player in their plan to undermine Obi's campaign. According to these sources, Okonkwo was approached with a staggering 100 million naira bribe, offered to him in exchange for his loyalty and support. It claimed that he was tempted by the promise of wealth and power and ultimately succumbed to the opposition's advances. But Okonkwo's betrayal goes far beyond a simple case of bribery. Sources suggest that he was just the beginning and that the opposition has a comprehensive plan to dismantle Peter Obi from within. They allege that key supporters of Obi are being targeted one by one and that the opposition will stop at nothing to ensure their victory. Well, the recent revelation of Kenneth Okonkwo's alleged bribery and sabotage against Peter Obi should come as no surprise to the Nigerian people. We all know that the opposition will stop at nothing to pull Obi down, simply because he remains a significant threat to their grip on power. Let's be real, Nigerian politics has always been a dirty game, and we've seen it time and time again. The opposition will do whatever it takes to maintain their hold on power, even if it means resorting to underhanded tactics like bribery and sabotage. How come the same Kenneth Okonkwo, who once sang Peter Obi's praises, who once hailed him as the Messiah Nigeria needs, suddenly lost hope in him? What changed? He was once a vocal supporter of Obi, but now he claims to have lost confidence in him. This is a clear case of political prostitution, where principles are sold to the highest bidder. Let's not forget Okonkwo was once a key player in Obi's campaign. He had access to the inner workings of the campaign, he knew Obi's plans and strategies, and now he's suddenly against him? It's a clear case of sabotage, a deliberate attempt to undermine Obi's chances. Nigerians should see through this charade. We should not be fooled by Okonkwo's sudden change of heart. We should remember his previous praises of Obi, his previous commitment to the campaign, and we should ask ourselves, what really changed? Was it Obi or was it Okonkwo's bank account? Kenneth Okonkwo's betrayal is a classic example of the saying, "A prophet is not recognized in his own land." Peter Obi, a man who has dedicated his life to serving Nigeria, is being pulled down by those who are supposed to support him. Okonkwo's actions are a reflection of the sad state of Nigerian politics, where loyalty is a commodity that can be bought and sold. It's a shame that some people would rather sell their souls for a few million naira than stand up for what is right. But here's the thing, Okonkwo's betrayal will not bring down Peter Obi. In fact, it will only make Obi stronger. Because when you try to pull down a man who is standing on a foundation of integrity and honesty, you only end up exposing your own weaknesses. Obi's supporters will not be deterred by Okonkwo's betrayal. We will continue to stand by our candidate because we know that he is the best thing that has happened to Nigeria in a long time. And to Okonkwo, I say this: enjoy your 100 million naira, but know that it will not buy you peace. You have sold your soul to the devil, and soon enough, you will realize that it was not worth it. Peter Obi's message of change and reform resonates deeply with the Nigerian people, and that's what makes him such a threat to the status quo. The opposition knows that if Obi succeeds, it will mean the end of their corrupt practices and their grip on power. So, instead of being shocked or surprised by Okonkwo's betrayal, we should be outraged by the opposition's desperation. We should be outraged that they would stoop so low to undermine the democratic process and silence a voice that speaks truth to power. But most importantly, we should be resolute in our support for Peter Obi and his message of change. We should not let the opposition's tactics discourage us or deter us from fighting for a better Nigeria. This is a wake-up call for Peter Obi's supporters. It shows us that even among our own ranks, there are wolves in sheep's clothing waiting to strike. But it also shows us that Obi's message of change and reform is resonating deeply with Nigerians and that the opposition is getting desperate. Okonkwo's betrayal should not be seen as a setback, but as a stepping stone to victory. It's a chance for Obi's supporters to rally around their candidate, to show that we will not be deterred by the antics of the opposition. And to Peter Obi, I say this: do not be discouraged by Okonkwo's betrayal. Instead, use it as fuel to drive yourself forward. Show Nigerians that you are not like the others, that you will not be swayed by the whims of the opposition. Remember, Obi, that you are not just fighting for yourself, but for the millions of Nigerians who believe in you. You are fighting for a better future, a future where our children can grow up without knowing the meaning of corruption and deceit. So, let Okonkwo's betrayal be a reminder that the road to victory will not be easy, but with courage, determination, and the support of the Nigerian people, we will triumph in the end. This is not the time to be naive or complacent. This is the time to be vigilant and proactive. We must protect our democracy and our future from those who seek to undermine it. The Nigerian people deserve better, and we must demand better.